let me know if it starts working.
It didn't work. Hold on.
I think he said using the powers of shift cars.
The red car detective.
Well, it's a KSATS with
police.
Yeah.
But yeah, let me see if I can do this real quick as well. Here it comes.
But dude, the Hibiki face, the Hibiki armor face looks pretty good.
It's really good.
But Global, I have one question.
If you may.
Paralva, Parafite, and Stegrons, do they have human names?
I believe so. We made the names. Let me check with Canon. I think it was like the Travelers was Yuki Silver. Stegrons was Kinzo Bronze, I believe. And I forgot what Packet Fight. Let me check with his.
Oh yeah, we're on.
Let me check.
By the way. We're
Son of a...
I don't see us online.
It should.
I mean, I had. I would have.
Still counting it down for me.
It says live.
All right, hold on.
Hold on, let me. Yeah,
there we go.
Hey!
I mean, as a last name for Paralva, I think Ginko were a good name. Gin for silver and Ko for child.
Yeah. The only issue that I'm having with this whole thing is it might be a little slow, but
yeah, I really need to update that.
It's not too bad. All right, we're on.
Right there. Okay, good.
Boomst.
We'll just.
Who's that?
Starting at a 9, right?
That's Nox. Yay!
Nox is always changing his name.
All right.
So we're ready to start.
Yeah,
I'm ready.
Everyone.
All right. I'm
Welcome everyone to the first Behind the Bite here at Project Kaseki. I suppose a quick introduction of ourselves before we get started into our topics for tonight.
Church.
No.
I'm Global Anarchy, co-creator.
Next.
I'm Kiara. I'm an artist, and I'm also the voice of Gio and Paralva.
And then we've got Gio, who's currently working on art, which you'll be able to see in the background, and we hope you can enjoy. My name is Rubelina. I am one of the writers and also kind of the moderator for tonight to make sure we stay on schedule. And...
If you may.
Oh, yeah, what's going on? I am Delano Noxtadel, and I voice... Who the fuck?
Riku.
I voice...
Riku.
I voice Riku.
A.K.A. Kamen Rider Kaseki.
I voice Riku, Kamen Rider Kaseki.
I need to make you a script or something.
Also, just real quick, everyone, please don't mind me if I'm digging around and stuff. I have all my ride watches and full balls next to me, along with Genius, which I love.
All right.
So, yeah, we've got that here. All right. Ken is currently not here right now. He is currently out on the town, but he should be joining us in a little bit. He did get a little smashed, though. So look forward to that, you guys.
There's nothing better than a loaded cannon. Fuck. Mother.
Loaded canyon?
Yes.
Good.
My canyon's loaded.
I think before we go into any of our other topics, we should just talk normally, I guess. That way we can wait on Cannon.
Yeah, we can stall a bit time for him.
Yep, I would like to say in advance, from our 1,000 views video, we thank you all for coming out to support us. It really did mean a lot to all of us. What to offer is more than helpful.
Are you guys on the YouTube chat, by the way?
We are.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I'm just trying not to have it freeze on me. Here, he is currently out and about, but he will be here shortly.
He's on a sabbatical.
Shut the fuck up, Nug.
Feels bad.
Okay.
No swear words. We don't want this our first and last podcast.
Yeah. We would like to keep this going.
Alright. Well, anyway, before we start, do y'all have any questions before we start talking on our topics?
Yeah, I suppose. Ah is not here either. Who knows where Ah is? And... yeah. Ah's not here.
Anybody wants questions? Go ahead. Type them in the chat.
You're gonna have to wait a while because we got it should have a bit of delay, but not too much of a delay.
Yeah. Cameron's not here either. Whoops.
Which Cameron are we talking about?
We don't mention that.
We don't mention who.
We don't mention
What happens between the server stays in the server?
Agreed.
What happens between the servers stay in the server.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, Cannon's brother is insisting on ordering him dessert, so he's still gonna be a while.
Yeah.
So. Alright, well, we may as well. Alright. So, first on the docket tonight, we wanted to talk about Kamen Rider Gio. Because I think most of us have been more or less keeping up with it in our own little ways. And it's proven itself to be an interesting ride. But there are some issues we want to discuss.
But it's not making as much
along with some theories. So consider this a spoiler warning. We are going to be going over the Kamen Rider Gio. So if you have not seen it, then leave. But
yeah,
I am gonna go hunting to see if I can find any theories. What are your guys' thoughts on Gio so far?
So far it doesn't take itself seriously or serious. It's I don't know if I find it good or bad. It's like a mix of the two. And I mean, they could have definitely handled one of the arcs better. And yeah, I don't know. My thoughts about it are still mixed and a bit of confused.
Just real quick before we continue on, everyone welcome Hero to the podcast.
Yay!
Yay! Hero, would you like to give an introduction?
Wait,
before you, disappear again?
Before you get Thanos?
Before your computer fucks you over?
I mean, yeah, that is very true. That happens a lot, actually. Oh, boy.
Then a short introduction from yourself.
Yeah. So, I am pretty much, at least in this sense of things, known as Hirokagami AK, this Daigo's voice actor. Like, it's my voice personified into another character.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Pretty much it.
Yep. There we go.
Alright. Welcome aboard, Daigo.
Yep.
Cannon's not happy. That's all you need to know.
Anyway, before we Hero, do you have any? What's your thoughts on Gio?
It's honestly for me, it's just been oddly paced. Like some of it's felt good, some of it's just felt like weird for me so far. It's just not far enough for me to make like an official I like it or not yet kind of judgment. like the first two couple another writers, like it was a two-parter, and then we went to another two-parter, but it actually involved two separate another writers that were in the same person.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. This week's episode when Five's armor was actually this is one of the best episodes we have so far.
Global, I think this comment is for you. I hear babies.
I do. That's my niece and nephew. Is that right?
This isn't nephew Jenner.
It doesn't change the fact that you still hear people in the background.
I closed my door, so maybe I should have some noise. The what? I'm not gonna go on my personal issues. I want to be professional. Let's continue.
Joke about kidnapping. No, we don't do that.
well, see, speak for yourself.
If we did it, we wouldn't. Here at Behind the Bite, if we did it, we wouldn't joke about it.
No, we wouldn't. No.
That's the thing.
Nobody should joke about kidnap.
I used to nap when I was a kid.
God damn it.
Oh, damn it, Nox.
Oh, we were talking about Gio.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm trying to find some theories for us to talk about.
What do you think about?
Oh, I have a theory.
Zio isn't.
I have
or whatever.
I have a theory.
All right, Nox.
All right, so check this out. Y'all remember the scans that we got for Waz being a common writer?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So I think the reason why he becomes a common writer is, I think we had talked about this earlier. The point where Sogo, like the timelines differ, and the point where Waz will stop saying that they're on the path of to Sogo becoming Omazeo. I think they'll stray away from that path, and common writer Waz will be, his purpose will be trying to reset the path.
Trying to push them back into the path of him becoming the evil.
Yeah, Omazeo.
Yes.
That's what I think that's for.
Just real quick, Ultra Bunk, you're kind of hogging chat a little bit.
We're gonna need to show.
That's all I had to say.
Anyway, Nox, if you may continue.
Yeah, that was my thing about it. But as for overall, I guess I can combine the two. Overall, I like Zio. Zio doesn't take it so seriously, of course, and I think that because they don't know what they're doing, they're saying it's okay. Yeah, we don't know what we're doing, but it's okay to not know what you're doing sometimes. I think people who have that mindset, I don't think the series will be bad. Like, in general, I think it'll be relatively okay. Like, it won't be, oh my god, this is amazing. And personally, I think it's pretty refreshing to not have something as heavy as Build was last year.
I agree.
Because Build following it week to week was kind of depressing. It was great. Great television. Not even gonna lie to you. Build is some professional shit. But, like, following it weekly kind of made me upset. Really, because shit just went from bad to worse. Worse to really fucking bad to goddamn. But as for love Zio, don't really like the Time Jackers. They're weird. Nobody knows where they came from. Was a Time Jacker.
I agree, because there's like no development for like the backstory for them.
I mean, we're still on episode 6, so
yeah, it's episode 6. So, yeah, that they're kind of all over the place. Will they die? Nobody knows. I think that their purpose is to stop the rise of Omazeo as well. Correct?
They want a new king.
So their purpose is to stop Omazeo.
Yeah.
What continuity errors do you guys not like? Red or Blue's not happy about the continuity errors.
I mean,
I haven't watched enough Kamen Rider to know all the continuity, so I'm like,
Yeah, I mean, like I've only been watching since 2011, so there aren't really. I mean, it's not. This show established that, like maybe an episode, and it was in one of the half episodes where it was episode 3.5, where nobody had known where the fuck was going on, and they had to explain things in the half episode. That's when they knew that there were errors and shit. They just don't care.
Yeah, like Santo said in the 2.5 episode, don't ask questions.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's mostly a thing because, like, the Japanese don't really give a shit about canon continuity. I mean, you have stuff like the Code Geass, where it just, like, completely writes over a bunch of different things, and they're like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's kind of like the way they do stuff. I mean, even Metal Gear Solid doesn't have the best continuity, and they kind of write in a bunch of different stuff, right?
Yeah, but to that point, I kind of don't give a fuck about this either. I really don't. I just like the show, and it's a fun ride. It really is.
I would agree. I've been having fun with it. I've been enjoying kind of what's going on. I like the extra episodes because I think they answer quite a bit. But no, I've been having fun with the series so far. Again, it's no build.
No,
it's not that bad.
I mean, Gio has a problem that it starts after a really strong show. And we all agree, Build was a really strong season.
Yeah,
Build was probably Build was stronger than Gaim.
Yeah,
solely due to the fact that Build started from episode like 1, and like was heavy the entire season through. Gaim didn't start getting heavy until they stopped, like they had the end of the Beat Riders arc, where they had that final dance. No, Build didn't get heavy until the Energy Riders were introduced. I mean, not Build.
I was like, Build? I'm like, you mean Gaim?
Yeah, Gaim didn't get heavy until Gaim didn't get heavy until the Sengoku movie war.
Yeah. Yeah,
which
that's
is like
true.
13. Because after the Energy Riders got... Oh, I'm sorry.
Don't worry. Go ahead.
I was saying, right after the Energy Riders got introduced, they killed Hase, right? Yeah. They killed Hase. That was their debut.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Build beats out Gaim.
Yeah, it starts from episode 1. You are in the story right now from episode 1 up till the end. You don't have anything between. I mean, okay, you have a few filler episodes, but they are still in the storyline and help the story to develop.
Yeah, I agree. I like fillers of that, not just like, oh, it's just fan service.
Yeah.
All right. Do we want to go on to some theories I found?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
All right. Give me one sec. All right. I hope you guys are ready and strapped in, because we're gonna have some fun. So these are mostly off Reddit. I'm just gonna say that in advance.
All right.
So
Reddit.
First off, from Chrono Black 1, he says, "My theory on Omagio. So the most obvious theory been going around is that Omagio is not Sogo, but someone else posing as him while he is trapped in the statue, but that is too basic and not that good of a twist. So here's his theory. What if Omagio is Sogo, but an alternative or prime timeline Sogo. From the first episode, we know that the Gio Rider Watch does not react to him until he comes to the goal of what to do as a king. Therefore, Oma Gio, in my opinion, is when Sogo decides to become a ruler through force and fear. This is the original timeline that we saw back in episode 1.
So when Gates and Tsukiyomi hadn't interfered,
it basically created a Back to the Future
scenario
type thing where there's another reality with Sogo as a good guy.
Let me tell you why that doesn't work.
Go right on ahead. That's what we're here for.
Because it doesn't work because Gates and Tsukiyomi's sole purpose was to stop the rise of Omuzio. But every single episode, Waz says we're still on the timeline to Omuzio.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
That wouldn't work.
That kind of counteracts it.
Again, it was a month ago, so.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Anyone else have anything to say about that one?
No, not really.
Right.
I mean, it's debunked already, so.
Yeah.
Do you think Kamen Rider Gio will end on a sad multiverse theory ending?
Hell no.
No, there's no way.
No.
There's
gonna be
no
just
way
as
they're
dumb
gonna
as
end
the
on
beginning.
multiverse theory.
I doubt it's going to be a sad ending. I think it's going to be... I think they're coming to an ending, but they're also coming to a new beginning. And I really like it.
My theory about this is maybe when Gio has the power of all riders, then with the next season we will have a new emperor in Japan, and maybe the Heisei riders will then be seen as a legend, or at least Gio, because the others don't exist anymore. Or what also can be, Gio gives all the powers back, therefore not erasing the timeline or changing the timeline again. And we have a whole mess.
I can see them 100%. I can see Sogo 100% pulling a like a post Gokaiger thing, just giving all the powers back at the end. Like, come on, really?
Yeah, I could see that as well. I could see.
Oh, I'm off on something else, but I was gonna say, I think the reason why Zio was created is because they need a time-traveling rider that they can afford.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not exactly wrong there. And plus, they also need some kind of way to, like, end off the Neo Heisei, because, like, what they did with the Cade was, it was the perfect, like, transition into Neo Heisei, so they needed some kind of way to push it to the next, whatever they're going to call that phase of Kamen Rider.
Chodai Neo Heisei.
Chodai Neo Heisei Ultra Mega Sexy Chocolate Covered Heisei.
Yep. I will say, if anyone in the chat has any theories about whatever that they want to discuss, we're more than welcome to hear them. We'd love to discuss what you have to say.
And hell, we might actually delve into some of them.
I found one more that I want to share, and then I'll go searching for some others maybe.
Okay.
This is from 3 years ago, so it's a little outdated.
3 years ago? Whoa.
Oh my god.
Jesus!
So this was just, do you have any fun fan theories? So this first one says, I have a personal... this is from Neketsu, I think it's how you say it. I have a personal theory that the Showa riders consistently upgrade and repair themselves to the point where they no longer have visible organic parts, losing the ability to unhinge them, thus giving us riders like Stronger who still operate in movies despite his original actor passing away. Certain riders like Number 1 stay prudent by maintaining an organic form for ease of movement in public, but I imagine given enough time, they'll all become more machine than man. Plus, I feel this keeps up with the tragic hero theme that the earlier writers had.
Didn't Ichigo die?
No, he was revived.
Yeah, blame Ghost.
It was a ghost thing.
Yeah, that kind of made me mad. That made me mad. I was like, really? You're going to kill him off somehow? You're totally bullshit.
Oh, okay. One thing, sidetrack real quick. Fuck Ghost. I hated that series. Let's move on.
I don't blame you.
No, I don't like Ghost. I like
the kid that you want to. Tucker's that kid from high school you want to give a swirl to every day.
That's true. Well, actually, here's the thing. I hate Ghost. I liked the premise. I hated the actual series.
Yeah,
I like the premise and the gear.
Yeah.
The execution was bad.
Oh hell yeah, 100%. The whole when they actually took the ideas and used them. Ugh.
Yeah, it's kind of weird because just imagine if they try to adapt it in the U.S. because and how somebody and if the U.S. he's gonna shove the person shove him when he's trying to hug him.
Everyone, please welcome Will, also known as Kamen Rider Try, to the podcast.
Welcome.
Hello.
Welcome.
What's up, dude?
You're not welcome around here, boy.
We are currently discussing Kamen Rider theories, so if you have any, feel free to chime in once I'm done with this.
Also, I like how...
Here's one that will piss Cannon off. Waz is evil.
Huh.
Like, seriously.
Yeah.
I mean, who doesn't figure that out?
Tell me this. What third rider hasn't been evil for the beginning?
Pretty much.
Taiga.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Taiga was against them at the beginning.
Taiga was an asshole, but he wasn't evil.
Well, okay, against the other riders. Let's put it as that.
No, Taiga wasn't evil. It's just that straight up Taiga was just like, nobody else but me needs to exist, okay? True. Nobody but me. That's it. I'm the only rider that's needed. Fuck everybody else.
Yeah, but his reason was nobody needs to make their hand dirty because I'm the only one that who needs to, because I'm not.
Alright, hold on.
I'm the one that I'm outside the law.
Are we done with the Are we done with the Showa Riders theory?
Yeah.
Alright, next one. From Solar Power X. I like to imagine that the reason Blade pauses and holds up his hand before he transforms is because he's trying to sync his heart rate with the pulsing sound the belt makes, which allows him to transform properly and boosts his sync rate.
That's pretty cool, but I don't know enough about Blade to comment on that.
I mean, I could believe that.
I can believe that
too. I finished Blade today. And yeah, I really could believe that. I mean, Kaseki was always the odd one of the whole team because he was the one who could get stronger without any upgrades.
He always had a blatant, just his synchronicity always rose. Even if he did barely anything, it went up at least a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, just to get a little off topic, what is your opinion on the second opening of Blade?
Really good.
I like it. I think
the second one is better than the first.
I like the first one.
The first one was okay, but the second one was slightly better.
The first one didn't fit.
Nah, but it banged.
The first time I saw it, I was like, what's going on?
Okay, skip.
Jan will almost be back. It's almost here. Alright, next one. This one's more a meme for the chat, but here we go anyways. The way that riders like Decade and the Ryuki riders always get the card they want is because they use the heart of the cards.
Funny.
Alright, I'm gonna go on to this one because I think this one just shows how outdated it is. And now we can laugh at it.
Okay.
The 20th Heisei rider will have no name and will be called Rider-san throughout the whole series. He will fight against a force that is trying to destroy all Neo Heisei riders. This force will be called Shocker X, a combination of the remnants of Shocker and Foundation X. Can we not?
Yeah, no.
Can we not?
Towards the end of the series, we learned that Ryder's son was an agent of Shocker X, and his supposed friends kidnapped him and erased his memories to make him a hero. Identity crisis ensues, and he is approached by the leader of Shocker X, Tsukasa, offering him to give him his memories back. Ryder's son refuses, and Ryder kicks Decade so hard he loses his memories, his belt, and flies into another dimension, to be found by Natsumi and her grandfather. Unfortunately, the dimension-busting Ryder kick fries Ryder's son's belt and accelerates his agent. Now easily 10 years older and in possession of his memories and his true name, he follows Decade through the cracks and dimensions, vowing to stop him once and for all. Plot twist! Ryder's son is Narutaki.
The thing that killed me was the dimension. He right kicked him so hard he goes through dimensions. What?
Wait, whoa. Enjoyed that one.
Whoa, what?
Narutaki is the only person who hasn't joined Nova Shocker. Joined Dai Shocker.
Also proper credit for that one to Z Freak.
Do you know how many years it took to take out Foundation X? Damn.
Yeah.
They're still around. Hello?
They're still around.
I thought Dr. Pac-Man was like the last of those freaks.
Yeah.
No.
That's right. It was just fun.
Remember Heisei Generation's final?
Yeah, they're still there.
Foundation. Oh, with the
medals.
Their Foundation
and
X
also,
too?
Yes, sure.
With the hero.
Everything is Foundation X.
Man, fuck, you can't get rid of them.
What if Foundation X is Omazeo?
You're Foundation X, you're Foundation X, you're Foundation X, I'm Foundation X. Is there any other Foundation X's I should be aware of?
No.
I have a theory. What if Shocker thought, oh, Shocker is boring, we get a new name. And thus Foundation X.
Nova Dai Shocker.
Yo, you know what would be a kick-ass movie? A Shocker versus Foundation X movie.
That would be cool.
Half of the lines would be E, and that's it.
Yeah. Right, I have one more, and then we can go on. And then you guys can explain your own. So, this one's kind of interesting. Also from 3 years ago, Wither Boss. Since we have Decade visit the AR worlds, and this is a spoiler for Decade real quick, so if you haven't seen it, click off.
Yeah.
10 years ago.
Since we have Decade visit the AR worlds, and that despite not being his world, the world of negatives was the one where his pictures came out right, does that mean the Decade we know is AR Decade?
I have a theory about that.
Yeah.
I have a theory.
I haven't watched Decade, but I know like so much from Decade.
Okay. Let me lay this on you. Let me lay this on you.
Go ahead.
Right, so check this out.
Go right ahead.
So maybe the pictures didn't come out right. Maybe they were mirror pictures.
Huh.
So
you aren't saying what I think you're saying, are you?
The world of negatives is a mirror world to us. It's a parallel world to us, directly parallel. So our negative, the picture would come out opposite of the real world's picture.
Yeah.
Has he ever tried to unfocus a picture in order to get correct?
Have you ever tried, have you ever tried adjusting the focus, maybe swapping the lens out, maybe getting some
maybe just knowing how to work a camera in general.
Maybe taking off the lens cap.
Maybe using another camera.
Have you ever tried visiting an AR world of the other AR?
I got a 35mm right here, so yeah.
Have you ever tried getting an actual camera?
Have you ever tried getting an actual writer?
I mean,
have you ever tried not screwing up a world?
Oh wait. Have you ever tried not stealing someone's powers? Oh wait. Oh.
I almost just spoiled something, but I'm not going to say anything. Shit.
Just real quick, shout out to Master Rider Blue. Thanks for the little subscribe, even though I shouldn't be saying it here. I'm planning to use that channel for streaming at some point, maybe. Who fucking knows?
Maybe kind of sort of might happen, maybe not. I don't know.
I have no idea, in all honesty. I would like to use it for something. I just don't know what yet. Nor do I know if I am ever going to. But I would love to hear tips from you on how to do videos. Alright. I suppose we can go a little longer until Can comes back on, and then we can go on to our next topic. How's that?
Okay.
Yeah.
So, is there maybe one more theory you guys want to talk about real quick?
Oh, got one?
Got anything for build? Because that would be fun.
I don't have anything for build, but
I do have one for build.
Well, pretty much in every episode of Gio so far, the Decade Watch has been nowhere to be seen.
You mean the secret watch that they haven't released the name of yet?
Or the fact that they keep leaving Kiva out? Kiva was in Cade for one episode?
No, we already know that Kiva is the final form of
Yes.
Zio, right? Right?
Yes.
Alright?
Kamen Rider.
Because I think you do videos, Master Rider Blue. I don't know for certain. But
I mean,
no, I think Kiva needs some attention because he's a good boy.
Yeah.
Kiva
just does his best.
What if they bring back every single person from Kiva? What if that's like the big that's why we're keeping Kiva out?
Also, I'm gonna be real quick because I know Ken's gonna punch me for saying as such, even though he completely agrees. I can probably play the violin better than Kiva could.
Oh, yeah, no.
Spoiler alert, I know nothing about the violin whatsoever. I can still play it better.
Here's the thing. A blind, deaf person with no sense of touch could probably play the violin better.
Probably.
Helen Keller can play it better.
Okay, I'll be back in a few minutes. I'll still be, in the voice chat. I'll just be back.
Okay. As far as we know, Decade will have a special arc in Gio.
Which should be kind of interesting.
Yeah, I mean, what if when he gets the Decade Watch, and he's then also able to travel not only through time, but
hey, Bobby,
through the worlds?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be good. I could just imagine Decade give a watch some like a fake one.
Okay, second thing, where's he getting all these blank ride watches from?
Yeah, that's the question. I also have this question. Where did he get them?
Like they could have on screen just said, "Oh, they just brought a bunch with Gates and Tsukiyama just brought a bunch with them." That would have been a better explanation than just here.
He has it.
Yeah, and where the hell did he get the holder for the white watches? In his room.
Well, I mean, the holder could easily be explained with, they just, you can just suspend it off screen with the hole. They just brought it with them, type of thing. Like with
Yeah, Guides wanted to use it for himself.
I think his Gates is wearing that little thing over his on his chest. Really?
Oh boy.
It's his signature. He has a ride watch holder.
Okay, one thing. Can we just appreciate that Gates' yellow for his visor went really well with the visor armor? Can we just?
It's really nice.
Can we just take a minute to appreciate that?
Everybody, welcome Cannon to the podcast.
Woo! He's here.
Yay!
Dad's come to beat us.
And we are still on the first topic.
It's okay. Finally, he joins.
We people, the people of Kaseki just condone childhood.
All right. So, Cannon is here. So, is there anything you'd like to say on Gio theories? Maybe?
He's mute. He has to grab his mic.
He probably needs to get his mic.
Ah.
That
Probably
was,
when it starts talking, you wanna...
Well, anyway, let's go to our...
Dad's gonna yell at us.
Well, that's awkward.
He's gonna beat us.
Oh, that's very, very awkward. Is the belt involved?
Yeah. Alright, well, shall we?
Okay. Yes, hello. Oh, Bobby's in the
Yay.
audience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome,
Hi,
Cannon.
Bobby.
Alright, you joined just in time. We were just about to go on to Sentai when you joined. And we were planning to go on to Sentai when you as soon as you joined, so...
No. We still need to talk about why time travel in Toku sucks.
Right.
That's true. That's
Oh, yeah,
I was
true.
excited for that topic.
Let's do this. Let's just
Alright.
break this down to how shitty
And
time travel is.
let's let Cannon do the majority of talking since this was his idea.
What theories did I miss? Because I had one.
We had a lot.
theory.
I don't.
I just
remember
looked
half
some
of them.
up. I just looked some up on Reddit.
To be honest, I don't remember any of them. I just remember talking about them. That's it.
I had one theory about how I think everyone thinks Gates is a time jacker, and the next episode seems to be hinting at that because one of them is telling him he doesn't deserve to have allies.
Yeah,
I'm more
I
on
can see
the side that Tsukuyomi is eventually a time jacker.
See, I think everyone's expecting her to have created Omagio, but what if it was Gates?
Yeah.
Wait.
That was kind of my theory. That
yeah. It could have been like that. He created him, but didn't expect it to go as out of control as it did.
Yeah.
Like it went. Like it
I would
killed
think
him.
he probably created Omagio to think that would get rid of Omagio. Except plot twist, it didn't. It made Omagio.
Except plot twist, it made Omagio stronger.
Yeah. Yes, it is Blue. Hi. I am here.
He became Omagio because he didn't have friends.
Something like that. I mean, I like the theory that Omagio is another Geo.
But
Yeah.
so saying Omagio, he looks like a pimp. You just need to give him
So-
a glass.
Can why does time travel not work in Toku?
Because in every series, they can't. At least, like with Kamen Rider, they have yet to keep the same laws with it. They always change it up and add different bullshit rules. And
Might as well I say, Toei throwing out logic out of the fucking window every episode.
like, if they kept the same rules for Kabuto and Deno and now Gio and technically Kiva did it the best. Because Kiva was very simply, you go through a door and whatever you change, take effects. That's it. They made it very simple. Deno is a whole cavalcade of things with the whole memories aspect and everything.
Yeah, Deno's a completely different bag of like worms for that kind of thing. That's like if you start talking about Deno's time travel, that would have to be its own thing in of itself.
Yeah.
Plus you bring in the whole singularity point thing, which the one girl shouldn't have been affected by because she was a singularity point, so she shouldn't have gotten turned into a child. But it happened anyway. I don't know.
Right.
And then there's Kabuto's, where it's just like the Flash,
Man.
which also isn't that bad, but
Then again, Kabuto just didn't give a fuck.
He just screwed his own timeline.
Kabuto had like 5 timelines, and one of them is still unexplained. because it had that one Hyper Kabuto that appeared before the actual debut that kept saving them, and it never explained what happened to him or who he was.
I mean, hold on. Which one? Oh yeah, I'm trying to remember it's slightly off topic.
There were 4 Kabutos I think that appeared. Two were unexplained because 2 just like popped up. There were technically 3 timelines. There was the Godspeed Love timeline. There was the main timeline, and there was whatever timeline. The other one, the pre-actual Hyper Kabuto that appeared to save them a couple times. So there are 3 timelines. One is unexplained. Which already, I think that they probably tried to go into that. As soon as Hyper Kabuto appears in Kabuto, things start getting wonky.
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah.
I mean, he did officially coin the term Deus Ex Tendo.
Yeah, Kabuto's like
I
biggest
like that
thing, not to get off on a tangent about Kabuto. Their biggest thing is they kept getting screwed over by actors leaving.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So they just like use they just choose time travel to try to like fix things, and then they also had the whole Tendo getting knocked to like the end of time, which I feel like shouldn't technically be possible, but they did it anyway.
He is a man who walks the path of heaven.
End of time.
And then Kabuto's just, well, Kabuto's great, but
Kabuto's a thing for himself.
They had like 5 actors leave Kabuto, or at least like take breaks. They had Drake, they had the girl, what was her name? Someone help me out here.
His sister.
Yeah, his sister. She left for like 10 episodes because there's the whole cavalcade of rumors for that.
Yeah.
So Blade just got screwed over by having to change the story a lot.
Yeah.
Because of that.
Yep.
Oh, Hiyori. Yeah.
Hiyori, yeah.
She came back, but like she was gone for like 10 episodes.
Wasn't she gone for almost all? I mean, after episode 25, 26, like this?
I think she disappeared shortly before. She disappeared shortly before Hyper Kabuto appeared. And then I don't think she came back till like the 40s. And then also there was the whole Dark Kabuto.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We don't talk about that, though.
Alright.
Not to get sidetracked by that. I think the best season that's done time travel is the ones that just kept it very straight-laced, that you do this, it changes the timeline.
Yeah.
So Kiva did that. Time Ranger, well, that was a time travel Sentai, and they...
I mean, we didn't know that much about the future, so...
Which is probably good. If they went too much time into that, then we'd start questioning how things changed and everything.
Yeah.
And also Time Force, technically. It was very straight-laced time travel. They didn't try to get that complicated with it, and there goes Hero.
Goodbye.
It's the second time for today.
Alright.
Yeah, and so I think when Tokusatsu, or just Toei in general, tries to get too overcomplicated with time travel, or try to make it the focus, they don't stick to the same rules they established like 5 seasons ago.
So, speaking of overcomplicated,
Gio?
If we're done with this topic,
no, just Gio and I'm not even going to get into Gio's time travel because there could only be 2 rider powers.
So
shouldn't be a thing.
Yeah. So speaking of overcomplicated,
we're
gonna move into our next topic. So what do you guys think of Kamen Rider Sentai Ryuki Ranger?
Oh, I'm
I know what I said.
I'm super excited about that. Yeah, I know. I'm just going to ignore that.
I know what I said. I'm not going to apologize for it.
It's a copy-paste. It's probably going to be a copy-paste of this.
I'm super excited about it.
I'm excited, but I'm going to have my doubts.
Yeah,
I'm not that big a fan of Lupat. I get very worried when Toei tries something new.
Mm-hmm.
I know we only have a title so far, so there's only so much we can assume.
But I have a theory already because of the name. I mean, the name in English would be Night Dragon Soldier. Night Dragon Sentai Dragon
it translates as Night Dragon Squadron Ryosuger.
Yeah, Dragon Soldier, like I said. And my theory is maybe the Rangers are originally dragons who take on human forms.
That's interesting.
Or are kept in a human body and they'll get their powers from their original forms.
That way the Zords and the Megazord are...
Would that be interesting? Yes. Do I think Toei is that smart? No.
Yeah, no, they wouldn't do that.
No.
I think they might go something like a Jew Ranger.
Yeah.
Where
I can see that.
They're from medieval times and they somehow get transported to the present.
Or they would do it like in Georgia, where he gets the powers, where Yamato gets the power from the human.
Yeah, I could see them doing like the same thing, like maybe a couple of them being the Dragon Knights and then like recruiting someone in the human from like the present time.
Or they're all from an alien planet, dragons.
Actually, it would be interesting if they did the reverse of Jew Ranger. Red Ranger gets like taken to the present, and he has to train a new team, and he has that baggage of having the old team.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, you found
that's something they could have done with Power Rangers in space, like having the previous team, but they never did. So it'd be interesting to see them finally tackle that.
Just real quick, Mass Rider Blue just found the Kabuto dub.
Oh, that's legendary. That's we don't talk about that. That's Tendo's voice in that is so bad.
It's on par with Mass Rider for things we don't talk about.
That's very true.
Is it good? No. Is it bad?
Yes.
Is it worth it?
Like there's brief clips also of the Den-O dub.
See that?
I like Toku Paradox's theory. That would be a cool take. If all the new people are their descendants, that would also save them money on actors.
Yeah.
Just
like with the Q Ranger 100 years after, where they just have the same actors. Not reprise, but take on the roles as their descendants.
You mean
I think something that could be even more interesting, maybe have a couple episodes of them in the past, so like get used to that team, and then
they get all killed, and only the red survives.
Yeah, and then he gets transported to the present, or like it's like only one of us can go. You're the strongest because naturally. Red and let me tell you what it won't be: a female Red Ranger. Go ahead and fight me now, people.
We had it once in Shinkenja, but for a short time. That's the closest we get.
I've said multiple times why there won't really be a female lead.
Because Japan doesn't care.
Japan's culture is much more different than that of the West, and that's just not a possibility over there.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. Here in the West, we're a lot more accepting, but their culture is just
Yeah, they're highly conservative.
Yeah.
Also, they don't care about what Western fans think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They could care less that we're up in arms on Tumblr about it.
Yeah.
Like certain people in the fandom.
That's just the reality of it, and there's nothing you can really do about it.
Yeah, trust me, if they wanted to please Western fans, a lot of things would be different. But as far as they're concerned, we have Power Rangers, so
yeah.
If they wanted to please Western fans, they would actually put their stuff on like streaming sites. So
that too.
Yeah, yeah.
They actually expand on their market.
Also, like Bobby just said, it's males are the primary audience, and soccer moms that watch it for Kuga.
For Joe.
Yeah,
our boy Joe.
Joe.
Yeah, Bobby said it kind of that went off. It's like,
yeah.
The other thing, they're basically doing this for money. They want to try to expand. They're just trying to hit that main demographic, which is good kids, like predominantly
little boys. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, and also what Cannon said earlier, soccer, whatever.
So, are we good talking about Sentai then?
Does anyone else have any wants or
anything to say about the new one?
No.
I'm overall very excited about it. I think
me too.
It's kind of, they haven't done anything with knights. I mean, what's the closest they've had? Like Magi Shine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it'd be cool if they gave them like more armored looking things than spandex.
Yeah.
Or like not, instead of just like, here they have capes. Yay, they're knights.
Yeah.
I would like even some armor, like some even just like shoulder armor. I think would be cool enough. Like like gladiators have that thing where it's just like only one arm.
If they want some inspiration, go look at the Royal Knights from Digimon. They could probably take some inspiration from there, because that basically is a Sentai.
So
you also got the US.
I mean, like half of them are based on dragons anyway.
All right. I guess that's it.
This thing?
I mean, any speculation on like colors? I know there's been a couple rumors that blue will be female this year. Yeah, that. Except they're missing a couple because they're supposed to be 13.
What's 13?
They were missing a couple of them.
The blue I can see because it's a light.
I'll look at that as this one.
I think it would be cool. Yeah,
going to be like the regular blue.
I could see them. Yeah, I could see them not doing black because I could see them making that evil.
Mm-hmm.
Like if they're gonna do an evil ranger, they'll probably do that. Like, oh, Black Knight, yay!
Like black and purple.
Yeah, I could see them. I would like an evil ranger, honestly.
Yeah, I would too.
I mean, he'd inevitably turn good, but
and none of that like dark, like Ichigo thing.
Or dark they did with Misa and Joker.
Yeah, I would like actual like evil.
Yeah.
He starts with an evil intent and stays with evil intent.
A dragon hunter or slayer.
Yeah, I could see them doing that instead of just going directly for like the Black Knight or the Dark Knight.
Yeah. Or it could be or they could be like a what's it called, like a King Arthur, because like how like it was nephew /
I would. They'll probably go for a King Arthur reference. Let's be honest. They'll probably involve King Arthur somehow. One of them will probably be a prince. I think it would be interesting if it wasn't the Red Ranger. Maybe the Sixth Ranger could be the prince. Because I mean, I know it's usually they just go for the
or Pink would be a princess
or a princess. I don't.
Yeah,
and then like the Black Knight is like it's a lot or something.
Yeah.
One thing I would like to see is like will it be like the common 5 core team, 3 core team, or Rangers that just put the first one out this many?
I call for 5 core team.
It's gonna be 5.
Yeah.
I think so. I think they will do 5 core.
5. I mean,
Yeah.
you don't think they'll do 3? I mean, they did 3. They did 2 teams of 3 for this one, Lou Pat. So,
Yeah, but
I would accept 3.
Yeah, let's say
Give
Lupin
us more
versus
time.
Pat.
They could spend more money on each of the knights' costumes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was about to say, Gio, when it said Lupin versus Pat, it seems like a good concept on paper, but it's just it's terribly executed.
The problem is because they have to focus on one team. They could have made it more equal by like having it that both teams could take the the treasure? Yeah.
Yeah.
The collection. If they had, so that way they'd end up fighting over it.
Yeah, I could see it's like right after like one of the Rangers gets saved. You just see one of the Pat Rangers just snatch it and takes it as evidence.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah. So.
Next topic, I guess.
Yeah. So basically, I'm excited for it, but I think, just like usual, just like Lou Pat, they have a lot. There's a lot of places it could go wrong.
Yeah, I don't get my hopes up, so.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
All right, we only have one more topic on the docket tonight, and we can only hope you've enjoyed everything so far. We've only got the one last one, and this one might take the longest.
Okay.
We would like to discuss writing characters, because over on our Twitter, by the way, follow us on Twitter if you haven't.
Is the Twitter in the description?
Yeah.
I don't know if it is or not.
No, you guys forgot.
But follow us on Twitter at Project
Yes,
Kaseki.
that is, yeah. This
got
was from Quasar.
And he asked our thoughts on doing side characters. So we are going to discuss how to create, how to include side characters, along with a few tips and tricks about writing.
Yeah. If someone summoned Awe, what happened to Awe? I know he was in here.
Yeah. I would know stuff better than me.
This is probably something he would want to do.
Yeah. Odd knows more about these characters than I do. So.
Alright, see you guys.
See ya.
Later, Will.
Bye-bye, Will.
Oh yeah, I don't know what you guys said in the beginning of the episode, but it probably won't be all of us.
Oh yeah.
Every week.
Yeah. So from here on out, we're not gonna be having free reign. We're gonna have a few people as kind of a core unit as we can get them.
I think we decided it's going to be you, me, and Global Ruby that are the 3 every week, and if we can't get a guest, we'll probably have some other people on.
Yeah, I will try to be mainly here as well.
So we're going to reach it out to you guys as well. If you have any people you would like us to get in touch with about coming onto the podcast, then go right ahead.
Also,
just came in.
Yes, because this is like your bread and butter. We're about to start talking about like writing characters and everything.
I will pass this off to you as well, because you know more about this than I do, especially these characters.
Yeah, we're talking about like how we've written the side characters or developed them, and then also just writing characters in general and everything.
So I'm gonna step out now because I've gotta do stuff.
All right. Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
But yeah, Ruby will probably be here most of the time because Ruby's good on keeping us on track.
More or less, depends on how busy I am. Which
yes,
I'm really busy right now.
I mean we can't tease any guests, but you know, a couple people here are mods in Squall Charleston's server, so we might be able to get him.
Hello.
Yeah,
right,
we'll go to film school for an episode.
Bless. All right, later.
All right.
So though, I hope Quasar's watching to listen to this.
All right.
But secondary characters, I don't consider anyone I mean, I guess our secondary characters are Chio, Alfie, and Mikio.
Yeah.
except we kind of haven't tried to make them as just side characters. They all have something to do, except our main problem is we forget about them sometimes. Like, when's the last time Mikio was in an episode?
Yeah.
Like, what, 17?
Yeah, 17 was our last.
But, I mean, Chio is usually in episodes. That's just because Kiara plays Chio. We like giving her stuff.
Yeah.
I think we've been we usually give them the side stories. We'll usually throw one of our writers with one of the side characters as the secondary story. Like in episode 18, we had Daigo and Chio, which was a fun pair because of how much she hates Daigo and no one hates Daigo.
Nobody can hate her.
Damn hater, Shio.
So, I think that's usually what we do. I mean, Rika's not a side character, but she also usually gets thrown into the B plot with one of the side characters.
So what's the question?
How do we do side characters and everything, and the writing for them and everything?
It's fairly simple actually, because a lot of the side characters are way different from Riku, Kenta, and Daigo. Like, for example, Alfie, I take a lot from the comics version of Alfie. Like in his early years. You know, keeping everything super vague and whatnot. For Chio, I take a lot from Luca.
That's
from Kaiser.
If anyone hasn't realized, considering Daigo directly calls her Luca at one point, actually at a couple points.
Yeah.
We're not exactly subtle about it because Daigo just has nicknames for everyone.
And for Mikio, it's sort of a mix between Shotaro and Skull with a little sprinkle of Jim Gordon from Batman.
Yeah, but there's a reason for that one, for why it's so similar to Skull and Shotaro. But I think Mikio is usually when things happen is when we need to use certain characters, like when there's police stuff or the police show up, Mikio's usually there. Yes, you do. If anyone hasn't read Kaseki, what are you doing here? Just go read
Just
Kaseki.
kidding.
Go read it.
Don't listen to him, just kidding.
Someone want to
Go
drop
read
a
it.
link on the chat? Or,
No, but
Cannon,
it's
you want to drop that link?
yeah, I'm going. I'm going to do that. Yeah, usually if we need someone, I wouldn't say comedic relief, but usually if we need someone to be like calling the writers out on their bullshit, it's usually Chio.
Yep.
It won't let me post it.
Doesn't like posting links?
No, it said I'm not allowed to.
Here, wait.
It said, "Oops, remove any web address and try again."
Let me drop it. Post it in the mod chat, and I'll
somewhere.
I'll post it in the mod chat, and I'll link it.
Yeah, I would say, and then like Alfie's usually there to give the sage-like advice because Alfie gives very good advice, except for that one episode where he couldn't.
Yeah.
Because Alfie's good, but he's not that good.
Alfie is like the the old mentor character in every Kamen Rider, where he gives advice, mostly unknown.
Alfie is just every mentor character ever.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't say that I love Alfie. Alfie's
great.
Alfie's great for tolerating Riku for so many years.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for Alfie's short film.
Yeah.
Kamen Rider Alfie.
And Alfie has a monocle.
That was a joke, people. That's not actually a thing. Alfie will not be a Kamen Rider.
I got an idea. I got an idea. Doesn't we have in Sentai, almost in all of Sentai, a weeaboo who tries to be a Sentai member?
Can we not degrade Alfie like that?
No, we don't want to make him like Chicken Brown from Shikanger.
No. I meant like when he is all alone in the mansion, and he is like, oh, nobody's there, and then he just cosplays for himself, like, oh, I'm Kamen Rider.
No, I don't want to do that to Alfie.
Okay.
What the people don't know won't hurt them.
We don't want to.
If anything, we could do that in like the net. Fuck, what is it? Hyper Battle. Because Hyper Battle's already gonna be humorous, but
yeah, it's with our monster that we.
So, like every Hyper Battle DVD?
Yeah, except there won't be a musical. Global and I thought about it, and I thought about like the one joke that just like everyone's like singing and just Riku refuses to sing.
You forgot something.
What?
I don't think anyone would run to hear us sing.
Yeah, that's. I mean, we would probably. I mean, not to lie, but Noxida would probably rather rap, and I don't think he'd want to do that.
God.
I prefer not hear Nox rap at all.
I don't think Nox would want to hear himself rap. No one would want to hear Riku rap. I also don't think Hiro would be willing to do it for Daigo.
And I don't think Shio will. I don't think Shio will do it.
Anthony might do it.
Yeah, because for Kenta.
What if it's just everyone refuses except Kenta? Kenta goes along with it.
Like Daigo's like, listen, dude. I know I'm nice. No,
but not that nice.
Daigo's gonna crack one day from Kenta.
One day.
Oops, spoilers.
Crack like an egg.
No, that was not on purpose, but
yeah.
I can say though, I think I can confirm Chio is having a two-parter actually coming up, because we kind of went into her past in, what was it, 13?
Maybe not. I don't remember.
I think it was 13. That was the museum hold-up thing, right? Yeah.
I don't remember that episode.
I've been wanting to go into her and Riku's relationship a little bit more, because
she's like one of the characters we haven't developed yet.
Yeah, because like you had Daigo in 18 says that, oh no, he likes you, like you wouldn't be around if he didn't like you. Because I think Riku knows how Chio feels being like neglected by parents and everything.
Oh.
So I think there's.
I need to catch up.
Actually, Daigo was supposed to say that Riku treats her like a sister, but just being forgetting some things.
You never told me that.
I thought we did. If I go to the rubric and I see it there, I'm a murderer.
It's not there. I can guarantee it.
I'm going right now.
Please do.
Please don't. I would say, please note that he's joking.
No, but
I do have a tendency to forget things.
yeah. If anyone didn't know, there was supposed to all the way back in episode 7 with like the Ichigo crossover.
There was supposed to be a decade crossover, but I forgot about it because I didn't really care. Because screw decade.
Okay, you're right. There is no comment about that. I thought I said that, but you probably didn't throw in the book. I can say though there was supposed to be a decade cameo back in episode 7 because Kuga and Gaim cameoed, and Ghost was very much cameo. Ghost had actual lines, and and it was supposed to be the slightly reasonable explanation for why they were there is because Decade was there and probably either brought them or introduced Kuga at least to Ichigo. But Decade, all forgot about Decade, and it was too late at that point to throw him back in.
I just assumed everyone went because it was Ichigo, and everyone knows Ichigo.
That's true. That's not wrong. So, I mean, even Ichigo's kind of like a side character in this. Kinda, but my favorite scene is just the cutaway of just like Ichigo just beating up the Shocker minion while grieving over his dead wife. That nice scene of comedy probably didn't work well in the story, but I was like, no, we need it. Let's be honest here. Ichigo wouldn't be like there crying.
No.
He'd go out and be like, oh, there's a new Shocker in town? Well, time to get some anger out.
Time to kick some nuts.
But
kick names and take ass.
I've just been talking about side characters. Do you have any comments about the side characters and how you generally write side characters?
Not particularly. I don't have any special ways in which I ready myself for the side characters. I've just been writing them for so long that it comes naturally now.
I think most of them. I think when I first started tweeting like random bits of information about our characters, I didn't include the side characters. Now I am, just to establish them more now.
The best side character is dead, so it's not like it matters.
Pablo?
Of course.
Fucking Pablo.
Oh, we need to bring up Pablo.
Oh, if we're talking about side characters, I can say, as Quasar also asked what we think of side characters, I don't like too many side characters. I think if you have too many side characters, some get screwed over or forgotten about. Like X-Aid. X-Aid had a lot of side characters introduced, like Hero's random nurse assistants. That like you're told like, oh yeah, they're close, and then they never appear again.
Yeah. So I think like the only amount of information that we got where he got mad is
like I think Build had a good amount of side characters because it was just Mizora and Sawa and Soichi in the beginning, and that was fine because I think besides Sawa having a couple episodes, she was generally ignored, but that was fine. You knew what you needed to know about her, and she generally served a purpose.
Yeah, exactly. Except for random bullshit with.
But I think she was fine, and so I don't like too many. I mean, so basically all the side characters we have a purpose. Like Chio's Chio kind of does something, but Chio's gonna get a development eventually. Alfie, I'll be honest, Alfie's just there to be Alfie. Alfie doesn't need development.
He's just a Deus Ex explainer.
Yeah,
or just gives words of wisdom.
Deus Ex Machina explains.
I mean, Mikio is going to have an episode coming up because we kind of left him there, his wife dead. And we haven't heard from him in a while, so We should probably check back in on him, see how he's doing. But so I think everyone will do something or have some kind of development eventually. Because I hate just side characters that are there to just be there. I don't know. Does anyone not agree with me on that?
No.
No, we have no problem. It's actually pretty.
I have some strong opinions on this topic.
Which is also because All brought up Pablo. That is why Pablo died. Because originally we were just going to have Pablo come back every 5 episodes?
Every 7.
Yeah, so it was every 5 episodes.
Because he appeared in 3 episodes. He appeared in 2, 6,
yeah, the
and
last one was
11.
It was supposed to be a play on the Avatar Cabbage guy.
It was, yes.
My Cabbages guy that Kanan tweeted about, it was my idea to bring him back every single time. But then we killed him off, so you know.
That was my idea. That was because after like 5 times being a victim, we're just like, there's no way he could just keep surviving.
Yeah.
Like, he'd have to be dead.
Decided.
He's a really lucky guy.
Like, no one's that lucky. And the funny thing is, Mitoru didn't even technically kill him.
He did that from an explosion?
No, he got killed by Mikio. Mikio accidentally Mikio kind of shot him, and we kind of never brought that up. Like, at all, how that affected Mikio?
Yeah, it was also
It was supposed
like
to.
You just think of the, what's it called? The Eric Andre meme?
I think we had, like, the brief comment that Mikio was, like, horrified, and that was kind of it.
Mikio's been really busy with dealing with his wife right now, and his lack thereof.
I mean, next time he appears and we get all that out of what the shit's been happening to him, we'll probably address Pablo. Oh, no, wait. Pablo appeared in 13, too.
Yeah.
Pablo appeared in the flashback, because that was...
Yeah, that was
you very much wanted that all.
Yeah, because
if we ever have, like, a zombie Mitoru, we could bring back Pablo again. But... yeah, he was a very lucky side character that unfortunately had to die because we don't dick around in Kamen Rider Kaseki.
Who would like,
except when we do, but it's still a boy.
There's the trapdoor joke coming up. Spoilers, but
yes,
we won't tell you who uses it or what it's used for.
All we'll say is there is a hidden trapdoor in Hitsu Manor because there's another character fact. Riku just likes hidden traps. So,
and everyone misses Sancho when he breaks in.
That's spoilers, but yeah.
Please ignore what Kiara said.
Yeah, that's.
I said nothing.
Yeah, ignore that. Yeah, it's fun. I think episode 20 I am looking forward to because we're gonna get very serious after episode 20. So episode 20 is kind of the last fun episode. Well, not like fun subjective, but I mean like comedic episode, lighthearted. I would say episode 20 is generally lighthearted. Besides, like I think like one scene. Global, help me out here.
I'm sorry. What was the question? I kind of zoned out.
I said episode 20 is generally lighthearted. Besides, like one scene in it. Which hopefully all will start writing that soon.
Yeah.
He has to finish 19 first.
That's true. Episode 19 changes everything. We've been teasing that for a while, but we're also not lying when we say that episode 19 changes a lot. It changes a lot of things for our main character, and it changes it impacts a couple side characters.
Oh no!
And how he'll deal with them. Like, imagine how he treated Mikio in episode 4, of him just being like, "Go away, or else I'll kill you." It'll probably kind of be like that. Except he'll kind of start treating everyone like that.
I finished Titan, so I'll probably work on it tonight.
Yeah. Gio, I like what you're doing so far.
I like it as well.
Oh, thanks.
Me too.
I like...
I didn't know what he was doing.
Okay, so is that what section are we on right now?
I think, that was talking about side characters. I think also we have...
I thought I get the chance to talk.
Yeah, if anyone else wants to talk.
No, I mean about the art.
Yeah, because creation. So you can talk about how you went about that.
Yeah.
Also, if Gio wants to do that too.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Do you want to... I don't know what I'm going to talk about. Like how to do stuff on Photoshop. I don't think everyone has Photoshop, which kind of...
I don't
Just
have
how
Photoshop.
You got like inspiration for it and everything.
Yeah.
Yo, I have okay, here. I'll tell you about how this is going right now. So we have a brief. This is usually to give some background, I'm a concept artist. I do a lot of game stuff. Most recently, I helped make a game called Pizza Titan Ultra, now on Steam and most consoles. So if you...
Oh right, I got that for free.
Yeah. So that's a fun
I
game
got that
that
for free.
And so most of the time, writers or game devs or whatever, they'll give me a brief. In this case, this is the brief for this one. So it's basically a saber-tooth tiger kind of werewolf deal. And usually what I do is like I highlight certain things. Specifically, I guess
the inspiration I got from Craven the Hunter.
So in this case,
Haha, I know Craven the Hunter.
cool things
From Spider-Man.
I'll take note of.
Very good, all.
From Spider-Man.
Why is this not working?
I read comic books, you know how it is.
Insert Ghost Abridged reference here.
Orewa Spider-Man?
Don't you gotta thin it out or something? Are you trying to highlight?
I'm trying to highlight it, but it's not working.
I can say, I can't guarantee anything, but
it's funky.
We'll probably try to get Marcos on here eventually.
Yeah.
If we could.
I mean, Karn kind of agreed to it, so there's a tease. We don't know when it's happening, though, people, so don't get too excited.
And also, we could...
I'm not excited at all, because I don't like Karn.
Oh, no. Stop. We don't badmouth people on a
live stream.
You guys don't have to, but I will.
If you're in the server, please ignore. That's one of our rules.
Yeah.
That is one of our rules. It is generally accepted to ignore
You can't ignore Vegetable Jesus.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Yeah,
usually for monsters, I take really specific keywords, and then after that, just start finding references for those kind of things. And then it's just a lot of doodling at the moment. I want to see my other characters. Where are my other characters? Oh, I don't have all of the Kaseki art on this PC for some reason.
Oh,
we sent you a bunch of it, but
time to
because I think
19.
Yes, because we've just been like teasing that. We're hoping to get it done by the end of the weekend.
Yeah.
Big nice tease for that.
Well, my show's over, so
yeah. If only we had like our voice actors, we could potentially give a preview of it.
Yeah.
If only.
Have them do the previously on, but we technically need Hero for that one.
Hey, look, an anonymous core Moran. I just joined the server.
What?
I'm looking at the episode 19. Someone joined it. But they're anonymous.
Oh, that's me. That is me.
Kanan, no spoilers.
I'm not. I've just been formatting it as you've been doing it instead of having to do it when you're done because that killed me last time to do because it was such a long episode last time.
I agree. I had to write it. I got tired.
You did, even though Ruby was there to help you, but
Ruby doesn't. Ruby formats and redoes some of the dialogue, but
yes,
Ruby still hasn't written a full-length episode.
That's true. Well, Ruby might help you do the try crossover. Spoilers. Because she mostly did the rubric for that one.
That's true, because I was busy, and I didn't really care. Because I was tired.
That's mean to Will. But that you also had a legitimate reason, though.
Yeah, guys, fun fact, I was late to the original try rubric thing because there was a bus crash near my house, and it took out the power. Like, it was a school bus, and it took out the power, so I was in a blackout for a while.
So
it wasn't fun.
That rubric on, what is it, last Thursday? Global? Help me out here. Last Thursday?
The
Thursday before? The first part of that?
Yeah, so it was last Thursday.
So everyone go Google bus crashes in Texas in last Thursday, and you'll find out where All lives. No one do that. Please don't do that. I know. I'm also not.
Can we go back to topic?
Yes. Yeah. See, it's bad Ruby left.
I think we need to figure out how we can keep the topic around and not
don't let me talk. Don't let me talk, basically.
Easy.
Yeah. All right, go ahead. Kiara, you could talk about how your art works.
Oh, Gio is already finished?
Yeah. I think Gio was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, with me, I usually wait until I get a direct message from Canon or Global with the description of the character, how he should look. It's just a roughly description on, okay, he wears that and that and that. Then I think about it and make ideas. Maybe look at references on Google. And then I start doodling and sketching first before I decide on how the character will look like. Yeah, then, and with the colors, I also get just a roughly explained which colors it should be. Sometimes I change the colors. I change the colors, and not without consulting Global or Canon first. And yeah, that's how I do things.
We also generally give you like references to like, oh, it's similar to this character.
Yeah, right. Oh, you send me pictures of a bit like
fun
this
fact,
character.
Daigo's hair is similar to another Brave from Cho Superhero Tyson.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reference there. That's the only one we'll give you, but
yeah. But I usually have a free hand how I design the characters. And I think
when you ask
they fit the descriptions.
Well, we generally just tell you, just whatever you feel.
Yeah.
We'll tell you if we don't like it.
Yeah.
We have yet to tell you we didn't like it, so
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And that's how I do things.
If only Bobby were here.
Bobby is here. Bobby, do you want to join? Since you're our third artist, we are talking about character design.
Yeah, you can tell us how you come up with our gadgets and everything.
How you make art from our terrible descriptions that we give you.
The other thing is, please note that he's from Indonesia. I do apologize, Bobby, if I get that wrong.
Hey, whoa, no.
Raven Spider,
fan.
Please take it
Toku fan,
elsewhere.
No, not here. Not here, buddy.
Dude, do that one more time, we'll ban you from...
No, Global, it's 3 warnings. It's 3 warnings. Not here, Toku fan. Especially if you want to be a guest on the podcast at some point. Definitely not here. Yeah, Bobby, if you want to join to talk about it, then you're more than welcome to. Since you probably enjoy talking about character design.
Every single gosh darn writer has all been made by Bobby, and he does a great job.
Bobby does a very good job. I can't praise Bobby enough.
I'm impressed.
I don't know. I've never heard Bobby talk, so Bobby might not have like a mic or something. I just know he's here.
You're free to type in the. You're free to type in the chat if you want, because you're not. Yeah. You don't want to talk.
I'd understand if you didn't want to talk to Aw. I don't like to talk to Aw either sometimes.
What?
Just ignore that.
Bobby and I are like best friends.
He says he'll do it in the chat.
Okay. I think we can then move on to the next topic.
What is the next topic? I have to go find that now. Man, where is Ruby?
Inclusion.
Didn't I post it a while ago?
Yes, I saw that. Yes, because I think I kind of talked about inclusion because unless All wants to talk about his writing.
What do you want me to say about it?
Okay, writing characters.
How you do it. Yeah, how you write characters, where you take inspiration from.
Creation.
I can go down the list of characters that I take inspiration.
Tips and tricks.
For Riku, they wanted me to take inspiration from Sento and whatever his name is, the Kabuto guy.
Tendo.
Yeah, Tendo. But I also take a bit of inspiration from Bruce Wayne, Batman, because I see a lot of comparisons between the two.
They both have caves.
For Kenta, who did I take inspiration from?
I think we originally told you a more stupid Banjo.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. I can't say I take any actual inspiration for Kenta. He's just he's very random. So I just kind of write him.
Stupidity.
Whatever. I just kind of write whatever pops into my head at the time. And for Daigo's just Hero.
For example,
basically anytime Hero speaks, you take that as inspiration.
Do I have any parabolar inspiration?
Yes, please take care of that one.
I guess if I had to say someone for parabolar, it might be Astronema from Power Rangers in Space.
That's also relevant considering her arc eventually.
Okay,
and,
yeah.
For Stegrons, I take a lot of inspiration from Bruticus from the specific series Transformers Energon. The stupidity of Stegrons, but brute strength. And for the other one, Pachyfight, I take inspiration from Darkonda from Power Rangers in Space. Yeah,
that is in Space. I could see that one. Pachyfight wasn't originally supposed to have as big of a character as he's been given, but we really like his concept because it also helps because he's Kenta's rival, so he helps Kenta grow.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of being he was originally supposed to be planned for 3 episodes.
Ooh.
But we also, not only did we want to include more intelligent Mitoryu, but also we wanted to establish more of a rivalry between him and Kenta. So he's kind of become like the Mitoryu's like scientist. Also as another parallel that Kenta's an idiot. What are you going to say, Global?
I just got back.
Oh.
To be honest, I don't know anything about Power Ranger.
Power Ranger.
I'd like to
More phenomenal.
flex my knowledge that I am a Power Rangers aficionado, and as much as I hate Ninja Steel, Super Mega Force, etc., I still do watch the show, and I doubt I'm ever going to stop anytime soon, even if I do prefer Kamen Rider Super Sentai, you know. It helps with writing to know that other professional writers are doing worse than me.
Kenneth?
Yes.
That is
what? Like, probably
for characters, though, I'd say what Oz said, like inspirations, but I also, if anyone's ever seen me do the random tweets about like, oh, they like this, or this is their favorite thing, because it helps a lot when establishing characters and makes them come to life more. That if you know this is their favorite things or they don't like this, it helps in a situation to be able to say, oh, they wouldn't do this, or this is what they would say. So it helps a lot to the random details, even in the side characters. And also you establish their ages and maybe when they were born. So it helps a lot telling you this is how they would feel because they're this age, or this is where their mindset would be at. I don't know.
When writing for the younger versions of the characters, like writing for young Rika during her grandmother's death, that was actually quite a bit harder for me to do because Rika's usually pretty okay with most things. She doesn't get very emotional because she's very focused on being a journalist, as you can tell. Because we brought up her blog a total of like 3 times in the whole show. But
it's implied. It's there.
To tap into
I mean, they're also doing archaeology things off of screen.
That's true. But to tap into her more emotional side, it was an interesting thing, and I'm doing the same for Riku on episode 19. So you know.
I mean, to be fair, you did a lot of You pulled off those scenes really well. They kind of made me teary-eyed a bit with the whole thing.
Glad to know I can make someone cry.
Yeah.
Without having to insult them terribly.
Yeah, you made me feel for Rika in that last episode. But yeah, no, I think it's very much... You have to make them more than just like traits that you describe. You have to make them actual characters and give them likes and dislikes and things that they would do. Like, Daigo randomly, he doesn't watch movies that much. He prefers books. And Riku's guilty pleasure is Jurassic Park.
It does show.
But it's and Chio might have a voodoo doll of Kenta that she sticks with a pin every time he says something stupid.
So that's where the holes are coming from.
There's a lot of pins in that in that doll.
Ears, nose, legs, arms.
I can say that's the biggest advice for anyone who writes things is that make the characters three-dimensional. Don't just list traits.
Listing traits and actually showing them are two separate things, and it takes a writer who understands the characters to be able to do both.
You do understand our characters a lot. Like, it's one thing to say, oh, Riku only eats meat. And then there's another to actually show that in an episode.
In multiple episodes. Including his disdain for vegetables and fish. Because he only eats land animals.
He does only eat land animals. He doesn't eat chicken. He does not eat chicken.
That is true, he doesn't.
Riku is a beef kind of guy.
He likes hardier meat.
Basically any type of cattle.
It's a miracle he keeps that figure.
That's not wrong.
Okay, should we go to the next topic?
I think that was the last thing. Tips and tricks and everything. Do you have any other tips, anyone, for art, for characters, for writing?
For art, yeah, you go first.
You want to go first?
Get good, bro.
You want to go first? You can go first. Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. What I can give as advice is, if looking up things you don't know how to draw, like I have problems with hands, shoes, and things that are easy for other people, but for me not. So I look up how to draw things, and then I try and try and try. It's almost trial and error. So you will not be perfect with the first try. So just keep trying and look things up if you don't know how or what something looks like. Yeah, that's the only advice I can give.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Okay, cool. My advice, like, if you, I guess it doesn't really apply if you're a hobbyist, but if you're like looking to do art professionally, do what you want to do, like, professionally, and just do it on a smaller scale. Like, right now, I want to make my own Toku series, right? So I'm already developing, like, concept art for it and stuff, because I eventually want to do, like, concept art for a Toku series of my own, or do filming or stuff. So find your cool, like, niche, and, like, build up towards that. Find, like, cool opportunities where you can be like, oh, I can draw for these people because it's a fun thing I do, and it also helps me go to my goal. So
Yeah.
if you're like want to go like professionally, you should definitely be seeking your own opportunities and not waiting for them to pass by or like look for you. You gotta be proactive as an artist.
That's true. You did come to us.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also try to find your own style and not just copying from others, because that will end in a bad habit. And yeah.
Yeah. That's I can say, though, when it comes to creating characters and creating a story and everything, it's okay to say,
Take
the
references.
character, and take criticism. It's okay to, the character can easily beat this enemy. Just, you have to be careful not to make your character too overpowered, and also if you do a crossover with an established character, like how we do with Kamen Riders, you can't make it. You have to be very careful to not be like, oh, Kaseki is much more powerful than Kabuto or Ichigo or Build.
There are things. There's just things that you have to know that you have to know that you have certain unspoken rules that you have to follow when writing things. So, like, you can't you can say that perhaps Kaseki could be Ichigo because Ichigo he doesn't have anything special going for him necessarily.
He's also old. He's kind of slowing down.
He is old, but
what do you mean?
To say that Kaseki could be to say that Kaseki's rider kick is stronger than Kuga's, you would need hard evidence to back that up. You can't just say it and then not work toward that goal. He can't start like that from the beginning. It has to be over a long period of time. Otherwise, there's no real danger, because if Kaseki can just obliterate an enemy with one simple rider kick, then there's no sense of emergency, and the show just generally gets boring, which is why it's why I don't really enjoy watching.
I can say, though, also, if it's fan fiction or you're writing into it, always do the research and know the rules of the world.
Mm-hmm.
Because if we ever want, even like simple lines we want to say, or like references or something, we always like research or like when we were deciding on a wife for Ichigo, even though I don't think he ever had a love interest, actually, we made sure.
I mean, he did, but like
we made sure to go check and not just be like, "Oh, we're creating one," which is how we found the grandmother, because that's kind of what she was, but she kind of got written out originally. So we were like, "Oh, why not just say they got married?" And by the time he came back in whatever episode he came back in the original series, they had gotten married already, and she was off because she was pregnant or something. Who knows? So that's you always have to make sure.
I always find it whenever I'm writing a crossover for Kaseki, most of the time I always go back and watch the original show to an extent, so I can understand the characters more, so I'll be able to write them. Like when I was doing the Ichigo crossover, I did read a lot of Ichigo, and I watched the show. I did a bunch of research so I could understand how he worked as a character. And during the Kabuto crossover, I was finishing up Kabuto, so I just kept going with it, and I eventually did. And there you go.
Cool.
So
any last
that's
I was just gonna say, always do your research. Don't just say something because it looks bad if someone has to call you out in the comments about, you got this wrong, or you forgot this. You want to know as much as possible.
Also, make sure don't plagiarize. If you're gonna try to make try to see if you can change it or the interpretation of it.
There's only so many assumptions or statements you can get away with before changing the character, because Aw called us out originally on episode 7 because we were making Ichigo to un-Ichigo, like
I did that a lot.
By having him be the protective grandfather.
It's not so much that Ichigo is a very protective person, and I've seen that in the series multiple times.
Okay.
I just don't think he'd publicly call out Riku and
she made that up.
not liking him. I, of course, still wrote that into the episode because you guys wanted me to, and it worked out in the end. Not necessarily happy with the decision.
Any closing statements, remarks before?
No, I will just say that unless otherwise, this should be the usual time and date that we do it from now on. If you want to appear in it or have suggestions on topics we should talk about, you can always message us on Discord or Twitter.
Do a poll, maybe.
It won't always be the same group. Gio probably won't always be drawing art.
Yeah.
So don't get used to that fanciness.
Maybe we'll have like,
you know,
maybe you guys will get to watch me type up an episode one day. Maybe.
Yes, maybe. Anyway, if I was willing to do that. Yes, that's it from us here from Behind the Bite, here located in coming live to you from the Kaseki Cave. Daigo was nice enough to let us in. Just don't tell Riku.
Please don't.
He thinks this is the room where all the vegetables are kept.
I won't.
Kelped.
Okay, I am Cannon Fodder.
I'm Global Anarchy.
I'm Kiara.
I'm Gio.
I'm Aw. Vegetable Jesus.
And we will see you in the next episode of Behind the Bite.
Bye, guys.
Don't quicken
Have a good
exo.
night.